How can the 99% people occupy the Wall Street? This is going to be the discussion of my first Google Hangout on August 18th. This is a very, very important question for all of us, and particularly I have been meditating on it for quite some time, for many, many years. Now, what's the answer for this question? How can they occupy the 99% people and drive away the 1% people? Are the Democrats going to do that? Are the Republicans going to do that? Or any other third party going to do that? Or another form of government, social democracy or communism or dictatorship, will they be able to do it? Or will the economists, however brilliant they are, will be able to do it? Or a social change or a cultural change, will they be able to do it? I can't conceive of any of these avenues will be useful. So there is only one way. And what's that way? And that is we have to change our brain, the way that our brain works. The way our brain works is the cause for all the disparity that we have. We have to take care of the negativity, the fear, the insecurity, the small mindedness, jealousy, anger, hatred. They all originate in our brain, particularly the neocortex, more precisely, the frontal lobe. That gives us a very negative identity, judgment, fear. All these have to go. So, unless the brain is enabled to think in a different way, we are not going to create equality. Because equality is going to be based on love. There is no love possible as long as the brain is focused on ego, fear, jealousy, greed, anger, all these qualities. Where do they originate? They originate all in the neocortex. So we have to know how to manage our brain, how to manage our negative mind, and then switch on to or switch over to another brain. That brain is already there within us, and that is the midbrain, the old brain, which has tremendous amount of possibility, which is not negative, which is the brain that can create miracles. The infrared is very active in the midbrain area, even in our sciences and technologies. We use infrared, and it's a miracle light. You just use the miracle light in order to open your television, your car, through remote control. That remote control is possible for every one of us, provided if we are able to use the endogenous um, miracle wave, the endogenous infrared. The infrared frequency belongs to the psychic brain, which is the midbrain. They are dormant now because they have not been used. The pineal can make wonders, can shift dimensions, can give you access to the world that our senses can never be able to see, the wisdom that our neocortex will never be able to figure out. Dimethyltryptamine, the neurotransmitter, has been properly called as the God particle, the God molecule. The God molecule will make you God. And where this dimethyltryptamine is located, it is in the pineal gland that belongs to the midbrain area. There are parts of the brain like the cerebellum, the pituitary gland. They can help us to perform miracles and get beyond our insecurity. So we need to activate them. Only then I can see that the human beings will get out of their fear psychosis. Everybody is afraid that they are going to lose their money, lose their girlfriend. Somebody is going to take over their money, take over their power. They are fighting like crazy. So, how can we create equality among people with this state of affairs? So, the only way is how we can activate the midbrain, the psychic brain, the God brain, and then suppress the neocortex, cleanse it. Eventually, we have to empower the neocortex, but they have to be retrained. They have to work in harmony with the midbrain. The yogis were able to do that. What I am talking about, although I use modern science, the yogis knew about various parts of the brain and how you can activate them through meditation. And then you will be in the field of love, in the field of all possibilities. So the only way that can work is to make the 99% people prosperous. There is no political remedy. There is no social remedy. There is no cultural remedy to make the 99% people to become prosperous. So what's the remedy? The remedy is they have to do it. They have to move from their negative identity as poor and then embrace the idea that I can do it. And how can they do it? Only when they go deep down and create a different identity. And that identity is that they are infinitely powerful, that they are not poor. And everybody can be enabled to do that. We have to start from there. We have to create a global community wherein people will learn these techniques of brain tuning and will suppress fear, greed, insecurity, and promote love and transcend time and space and be able to live a consciousness of infinite possibility. There is a mantra called Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means God, the all powerful. And that is not available to us. Even Chit is not available to us. Chit is one step below Sat. Sat is infinite wisdom and consciousness. Chit is angelic quality. That is also consciousness. Chitta is what we live, which is the mind principle, which is corrupt. Sat is located at the top of the brain, the crown chakra. Chit at the cerebellum. When we unite them, then we can create Ananda. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Ananda is joy. So this is what the solution going to be. Sat, Chit, Ananda. This was discovered by the yogic rishis in times immemorial. But you have to practice it by tuning your brain and experiencing what Sat is, infinite consciousness, God consciousness, and move from Chitta, which is limited mind consciousness, to Chit, which is angelic consciousness. And by uniting that, we will go to Ananda. This will be the topic of our discussion during the Google Hangout. I just want to do this in order to create some awareness, followed by a momentum, to create enough number of meditators in the world, to create awareness, the need to tune our brain so that we can get beyond negative qualities. And if everybody becomes rich through their own empowerment, then there is no problem. That is the beginning of the golden age. I anticipate it as early as 2013 will be the beginning time. By the time we need to create a consensus among people who are really willing to believe and trust and act on this philosophy. When we have created a critical mass of people who really can live prosperity, not in philosophy, but in reality, then we'll be able to change this world. I look forward to seeing all of you and participate in the Hangout on August 18th.